The next morning, she wore her old gray coat, a thin scarf, and her hair pinned up as usual. But inside she was different. Not confused in a romantic way, but the feeling of standing in front of a door that could lead her out of herself. At 10 minutes to 9, she arrived at the shop. The Clouds Reside was an old coffee shop with wooden furniture and brick walls. She chose a corner table, looking out at the street, holding a cup of warm cocoa, the only thing that could stop her hands from shaking slightly. 9 o'clock, 9:05. No one came. 9:10, a man walked in. White shirt, canvas backpack, messy hair, and eyes, sad like a song that has forgotten its melody. He looked around, saw her, paused, and she looked back. No smile, just a slight nod. And he walked over, sat down in the chair opposite her, as if it had been made for him. No one said anything for the first 30 seconds. There was only the sound of spoons stirring coffee and sparrows on the porch. Then he said softly, "Is that you?" She nodded. He pulled out a notebook from his backpack. The leather cover was brown, old and frayed. Inside were sticky notes, written in slanted letters, just like the letter on the fence. "I don't think anyone will actually show up," she said. "I didn't think I would be sitting here." They both laughed softly. Then silence, but it was a comfortable silence, as if they could sit like that all morning, not needing a single line and still understanding everything. Finally, she asked, "Why me?" He replied, "Because you were the first to answer, and because I believe anyone who walks under the moon and dares to raise their head is someone who has learned to endure the darkness." She looked at him, then at the notebook, then back at him. "What's your name?" "My name?" He seemed surprised by the question. "You wrote me a letter." "Ah, yes, the letter. Of course." He hesitated. "Daniel, it's a nice name. Thank you." "It's Polish, I know," she said softly. "I have a name too," she added, as if it were a secret between them. "What is it?" "Aurora." "Aurora," he repeated it, savoring the sound. "I'm leaving tomorrow," she said after a while. "Leaving?" "Yes." "Where to?" "I don't know. Anywhere where no one knows my face. And when no one shows up," she continued, "I go back to being invisible." He nodded slowly. "Do you want to go somewhere now?" "Somewhere where we can talk without being seen?" she asked, surprised by her own boldness. "Yes, I would like that." They left the coffee shop without paying, walking side by side along the river. Soon they reached a place where the houses were old and the windows had colorful stained glass. "I haven't seen you before," he said, breaking the silence. "Really?" she asked, raising an eyebrow playfully. "No," she admitted. "I came here hoping to find someone who understands, someone who doesn't ask questions, just listens." He stopped walking and turned to her, his eyes searching hers. "Do you want to hear a sad song?" he asked. She hesitated, then nodded, and he began to sing in a voice as broken as a fallen star. "I walk among the ruins of yesterday, among the shadows that dance in the fading light, and I carry with me a melody so blue, a song of farewell to a forgotten night." She listened, mesmerized, as he poured his soul into the song, his voice echoing the pain in his heart. When he finished, the sun was setting, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. "That was beautiful," she whispered, her eyes shining with tears. He smiled sadly. "Thank you. Sometimes it's easier to speak with songs," he said, "and I understand those songs." "Why are you here?" she asked, her voice soft. "I felt lost," he replied, "and you offered me a chance to find my way back, to listen to the echoes of my own story." She looked at him, touched by his words, and realized that in this stranger, she had found a kindred spirit, someone who understood the language of the lost. As the evening deepened, they talked, sharing their stories and finding solace in each other's company. And as the stars twinkled above them, Aurora knew that she wasn't alone anymore. In the vast darkness, there was someone who understood the melody of her sadness.